so this series is going to be called Rolling with My Homies. This is going to be uploaded to YouTube because TikTok will not let me to upload something more than 60 seconds. Anyways, so let's be honest. I got 1,000 followers, so yay, I'm excited about that on TikTok. It's pretty nice. It took a while to get there, but you know, hey, I got there. I'm really excited about it so I can go live with my friend Justin. I'm really excited about a lot of other things going on in my life. You know, trying to get healthier. I have celiac disease. Everything's going crazy. Anyways, rolling with my little homies today because my homies are my kids because my twins came at a weird time and my friends were like, bye, bitch. Sorry for the language. Anyways, boys, don't ever repeat that. I forgot they were in the car almost. I'm one of those days where I quit caffeine and I'm like, I need something to pick me up, baby. So I'm probably going to go get me a 5-hour energy shot because they're the lesser of evils out there. I mean, you could be drinking Bang energy and I'm like, well, I don't want that. I don't want something like Monster, Bang, or like any of those other like sugary drinks. I just want something that's like low in sugar but good enough to like have for energy. I've been taking a lot of more of these like fish oils, collagen, a bit of vitamin B's, you know, trying to get myself going, like wow. But I heard about liquid vitamins, so I might buy that. I have a coworker that told me to try and get those, and she looks great for a person that's 61 years old because she's awesome and she's so sweet. She always tries to buy me food and stuff, and I'm like, you don't have to. But anyways, let's get started with the story. So this is the story about how my mother bought tickets for Backstreet Boys, and I thought it was for me. So it was 2 weeks before my 10th birthday, and I was 9 years old. I was telling all my friends I was so excited about going to the Backstreet Boys. My friends Shanya and Anya, they were best of friends of mine. I knew them all the way up until middle school, until they moved to another state because their dad was in the military. And usually they stayed in Indiana. Like, they didn't go to bases and stuff. But later on, they had to when he was getting higher up in the ranks and stuff, all that, right? So I was like, okay, great. Awesome, I'm gonna miss my friends, right? But they were my best friends. And then you got Mandy and Stacy and Tracy, you know, they were really good friends of mine too, all the way up until high school. And then, you know, bad blood, I guess. They didn't like the fact that I was hanging out with the godmother of my kids because, you know, my godmother of my kids, which is my friend Miranda, she's different. You know, she's not exactly normal. She wore like anime stuff and she was just like my best friend. She was like, she's 2 days older than me, and I think that's why we get along, is because we're both Pisces and we got the good side of Pisces, not the bad side. That's February Pisces. You can come for me in the comments all you want. Y'all know I'm right. Anyways, so back when I was 9, my friends, they all knew that my mom wasn't exactly nice to me. They always saw that Dylan, my brother, was getting favored by her. I know, I see. I hear ya. I honestly hear you about that. I love it.
I love to talk about wood.
I do too, baby. Thank you for telling me. Anyways, that's Jagger Billy, by the way. He's having a good time. Anyway, so she buys tickets for my aunt who was living with us at the time. She was 16. She just turned 16. She was a brat. She got kicked out of my grandparents' house for a couple of months because, here's the thing, she was going buck wild, wanted a car, didn't want to work for anything, and my parents had to instill it into her to not be like her sister, who had me at 19. My mom was 19, and when she had me, she was 2 weeks into her birthday, like of her 19th year of life. She had me 2 weeks later. You know, it's a shotgun wedding. My mom didn't have like the best of youth, apparently, and she always blamed me for that. And I think that's why she did this to me, because, you know, she just didn't really know me and didn't understand me. So I guess that's, you know, she's a February Pisces, though. She was born on the 28th of February, and I think she was born on the 29th, so I know she was not too mature to have me. But I think because she was born in a leap year, too, I really am thinking she was born on the 29th. And my grandma, bless her sweet little heart, she might just be a liar in disguise, because no way is my mom a nice Pisces. She's a mean Pisces. She's a February Pisces. Anyway, so that being said, oh my God, and you just, okay, you crazy? All right, thank you. Sorry, she crazy. Anyways, let's get on to the story. So my mom gets tickets to Backstreet Boys, and my dad's thinking, yes, they're going to have finally a good relationship, right? My dad has always been my best friend. He's a Libra, and he's sweet, and he's awesome. He's 6'10" and looks like the Undertaker on a good day, and he's half Native American. So, you know, he's very scary looking to some people. Anyways, I love that about him. He's always been my defender. He's always been my best friend. And he was just wanting me to have a better relationship with my mom. And they were married. So my dad would try and push and push and push to get her to, like, get to know me. And the Backstreet Boys was the only thing that she and I agreed on because she kept comparing them to the new kids on the block. She liked Donnie. Who didn't like Donnie? But that's just his thing. the thing was, I liked Kevin and Backstreet Boys, and I wanted to see Kevin and Backstreet Boys. This woman buys tickets, $300 of tickets, right? It was like $300. She got like good row seating, and she hands them to my Aunt Kristen right in front of me 2 weeks before my birthday. And I start bawling. I tell my dad everything, and he's so mad at her. He's like, you got to make this up to her. He's like, take her into Ohio, and you're going to take her on her birthday. It's a Thursday, so you guys could just call her off of school. You can call off that work day. I will work double. I will pick up Dylan and take him home and do whatever I got to do to make this girl's birthday perfect. And my dad ended up saving my birthday, by the way, but this is not how the story goes. Anyway, so I'll tell you what happens. Anyway, so as I'm getting ready to go to this show, you know, my mom hands me a ticket stub. I don't look at it because I'm so happy. It's my 10th birthday. I'm just happy that my mom and I were together. She takes me to Murat Theater, and I thought we were supposed to go to Ohio because we were in Indianapolis at the time. We were staying here. We were off and on in California all the time. Anyways, right? So we're going to Indianapolis in the Murat Theater. I thought that was really, really weird. I thought they were in Ohio. She's like, no, they're doing another show over here, but they're doing a smaller venue. And I'm thinking, okay, my mom wouldn't lie to me. My mom was also supposed to take me out to get a big old birthday dinner before we go to the concert. My mom got me a Coke to split with her and a big old fry. That was what she considered my birthday dinner. Because my mom was very selfish at the time. Like, she wanted all her birthdays to mean something, and we go all out for her. But when it came down to my birthday, we'd have to pay bills. And it just felt like I always got cheated, you know? Cheated. And anyways, so that being said, my mom does that. We get inside. She tells me to wear a matching shirt with her. So I change in the bathroom. I'm so excited, you know, because it's just a matching shirt. Like, it was, she likes pink. I hate pink. I'm a purple fan. Anyways, so she makes me wear a pink shirt with her. So I'm thinking, okay, this is cool. And it says, I love my mom. And then on hers, it says, I love my daughter. I'm thinking, wow, she's really trying to do her best. I'm thinking, this is cool. She's never really once, like, talked to me like as a good person. She always cheated on my birthdays, too, on my dad, a lot. So that's why I was like, my birthday always meant something different for me, because I felt like I was the one that ruined everybody's lives because, you know, I was the firstborn, right? So that being said, I literally was just, you know, having a great time with the fact that, you know, I was with my mom. I was happy as a clam, to be honest. And I just remember, like, saying to my dad, like, this is gonna be the best thing ever. And I go home, you know, or like I get picked up from her. We go out to get that fry and a Coke, and we split it, and then we're on our way to the Murat Theater. Get there, and everybody's so excited. It's just mostly moms and their daughters, and I'm like, okay, this is cool. It's a small, like, venue, and it's like basically with the Backstreet Boys. I'm so excited. And then I hear the words, introducing AC, and I'm like, don't they mean AJ? The AC. And then here it comes. Nick Carter's baby brother, Aaron Carter, comes out, and he starts doing, life is like a party. And my mom's like, this is what you wanted, huh? And I'm like, I'm going to stab you. I'm going to literally stab you. I did not ask for this. I wanted Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys. I was crying, and we got in the car. I was like pretending I liked her and everything, and I was like, this is the day that I turned around and said, I hate you. Because I didn't want to say that, but man, this woman, oh, she triggered me. She triggered me so good. She takes me to an Aaron Carter concert and expects me to like it. I cried my whole damn time there. I cried so bad that when I got home, I ran up the stairs. You know, it was around 11 o'clock when we got home. My dad's like, what are you guys doing here? And everything. He's like, I thought you were supposed to be in Ohio. You guys were supposed to have a hotel and everything, right? And, of course, my mom, you know, takes the money and used it for something for herself, as usual. Because she is selfish. I mean, she is. She's always been selfish. That's just who she was. Like, she always tells everybody that I stole her youth. And I'm like, I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. Like, I always had to apologize for my existence with this woman. So anyways, that being said, I literally tell my dad what happens. My dad's so mad, but he goes outside the house. It's almost 11:36. And so he comes up the stairs, run up the stairs with a little bit of mini cakes from the convenience store, red velvet, because he knew that's my favorite. He puts a candle in each one of them and says, blow them out quick. And it's 11:37, and he's like, at this moment, 10 years ago, you were born, and I love you so much. And he's like, I'm really sorry that your mom didn't give you a good time. He's like, next year we'll take you to a good concert. And the next year after that, when I was 11, my dad took me to a Disturbed concert. And he's like, oh yeah, her music change is evolving. I could take her to this one. And I'm sitting there as 11-year-old me going, get down with the sickness. You know, just like completely having a good old time with my dad. But my mom, however, was jealous that I had to go to a Disturbed concert with my dad. But he's like, you could have came. He's like, you and Dylan could have came, but y'all wanted to go see 50 Cent or something. It was a really long time ago, by the way. This shows how old I am. Oh my God. But anyways, yes, that is the story of how my birthday really sucked when I was 10 years old. But my dad made up for it. He always made up for everything. Like, he always sat there and was like, it's okay, baby, I'll get you. And he'll like tap me on the shoulder and be like, you did good. You picked yourself up. It's not your fault. Your mom screwed up. It's okay. Like, he would literally sit there and tell me that everything was okay. Yep. I'm trying to find us a good restaurant to eat, and I'm not finding one. Oh my goodness. But yeah, my dad always came through in the end. You know, he was just this type of good person that would sit there and like give me nothing but like this sweet, like, you know, pep talks about how, you know, I was doing the right thing by, you know, trying to get involved with my mom, trying to be such a good person. And of course, you know, it backfired again, like when I was 16 when they divorced. But, you know, I really did care for my mother. You know, I knew like she was trying to try, but she also just wasn't that type of mom that didn't want, like, she didn't want a daughter. She never wanted a daughter. She was used to having her sister, but she had more of a like cousin relationship with me, you know? It wasn't like a mother-daughter relationship at all. It was actually kind of, it's heartbreaking. It was brutal. Let's be honest, it was brutal. And it was very downright like hard to deal with the fact that your mom may not love you. And it was struggling to deal with, but you know, I dealt with it. I mean, I went to therapy with her several times throughout my course of my life, and she still was, you know, just not willing to be like that sweet mom that I always pictured her to be with my brother. She was always like that with my brother, but when it came down to me, she just saw me as an annoyance, or like, you know, as a grievance, so to speak. But I mean, I still love her to this day. I do send her stuff on Mother's Day. I send her cards, I send her pictures, even though she has brutally bashed me and treated me like the black sheep of the family and told everybody like the nicknames for my kids instead of the Hardy Boys, which I do read them, the Hardy Boys books, and I posted it on my social media where she follows me. She will secretly, and I mean not secretly because I know, because my stepsister actually recorded her saying it and sent it to me. And I'm like, thanks, I didn't need this for my ego. But yeah, she calls them the Tardy Boys. But I still love her no matter what. She gave me life, and I think she is trying to you know, fix herself, because she did like message me a few days ago, and this is the reason why I bring up the story, was because, you know, she was a mean lady. She was mean, she was nasty towards me, and I just never felt like I was her family. I just felt like I was someone that she dealt with. And she reached out to me a couple of days ago and started asking me like, hey, how are the boys doing? And I was like, I really don't want to talk to you. Like, I had that guard up, but I decided to let it down just slightly, and I was like, they're fine, thank you for asking. And she's like, okay, like, well, do you want to hang out sometime? Do you want me to come and get the kids and hang out with you and go for lunch? And I was like, no, it's okay, it's cool. And she's like, well, do you want to come up and hang out with the kids over here? That way we can, you know, have them use my tree house for the other grandkids. And I was like, no, I'm good, it's cool. Because she's never invited me. She's never once like asked to hang out, or like, I don't know what it was. Maybe the pandemic made her see the light or something. I don't know. I question her sometimes. But at the end of the day, I kept saying no, because I knew that if I said yes, she may have she would say something just to make me feel bad or something, you know. And I don't want that again. I don't want that to be happening to my kids. Like, they have a great relationship with their Meemaw, which is my stepmother, which is their grandma. She is literally written down as grandmother more than my real mother. And it's not because I hate my real mother. It's because like my real mother never wanted to be a grandmother to my kids. Like, my brother was the first one to have kids, and he's the younger of the siblings, right? So he had kids pretty young. He was 18. His girlfriend just turned 18 as well. Choo choo, send that choo choo. Anyway, so that being said, it was just a really difficult time, you know. It was so difficult being like a mom, you know, with kids, you know. And I get it that she struggled, and maybe because of her like alcoholism, and because of she was in pain all the time from her fibromyalgia, and of course she also had a lot of bouts with depression. She took it out on me because I think she saw me as the primal source of her tragedy, and I think that's maybe why. But I always talk to her like as if I still love her. You know, I will send her stuff on Mother's Day all the time, which is coming up. And I told her I loved her. You know, I said like in that text message a couple of days ago, I said, I love you, Mom. And she's like, you too, kiddo. Like, she's never once called me by my name, not even my nicknames. Like my grandmother, her mother used to call me Nutmeg, or call me May May or May, and I go by May all the time. because of her, because of my Mimo. Because of Willalita would beat my ass if I didn't. Sorry for the language again. I do apologize. I'm trying to lessen up the curse words. And I mean, I keep reading that in the backseat. I'm having a weird day. But yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it would be interesting to hear, like, you know, not a lot of people hear about the toxic relationships about mothers and daughters. And I do love my mom. I do know that she didn't really have a choice when it came to be a mother. And yes, I know she could have been on birth control, but my mom has had a lot of health problems and she couldn't take birth control. But when she got with my dad, my mom was just like, you know, checked out of reality. You know, she just didn't really care. She hated her life at one point. And, you know, I honestly learned to forgive her. You know, I talked with her therapist a while back because she wanted to have a meeting with me. I said, no, I'm good, thanks. You know, because I didn't want to be involved because I was like, yeah, she's already abandoned me. I don't really want to be let down again in therapy and be told that I'm a POS daughter because, you know, I don't want to be involved with her anymore. I said, it's just because I've been hurt so many times. Like, I can't help but that I feel that way. But I did talk with the therapist, you know, in good faith for my mom. And she's like, I need to know about your relationship because I feel like there's pieces missing and I want to be able to understand your side of the story of things. And I said, well, she's never been really a friend. You know, it's just something like, you know, like she's never been a friend. She's never been like a mom. I was like a cousin to her, you know, and she would always pass me off as somebody else's kid too, like towards her cousin. Like I had more relationships with her cousin, her mom, and her aunts and stuff, but I wouldn't have a relationship with her. And I just thought it was weird because she casted herself as this like wonderful mother, and everybody just thought I was lying. And then it came out like recently that my mom wasn't so nice, and my brother actually admitted that I was being treated like dog, you know what, dog excrement a lot of the times as a kid. And I thought that took a lot of courage of him to say something, and I've never heard him say anything to stick up for me before, ever. And I was like, excuse me? Like, excuse me? Like, excuse me one more time? What was that? Like, he actually cared. I didn't know that. But yeah, it was a great feeling that, you know, I got that off my chest and everything. Like, and I'm happy about it because I don't have to worry too much anymore. My God, sir, take it home and get it fixed. But yeah, we're gonna go to Wendy's.
What?
We're gonna go to Wendy's. My youngest is not happy with that. My youngest is not. Use your words, Olin. Use your words like a big boy. Cheeseburger. Jagger, do you want a cheeseburger?
Yes.
Jackson, what do you like? You want a Coca-Cola, buddy?
I want Coca-Cola too.
Fries?
Jack, do you want fries? I want fries.
Okay, I'll get you some fries, baby. Do you want loaded or unloaded?
Jackson gets cheese.
And a Coca-Cola too? Okay, fries and Coca-Cola for Jackson. Jackson is currently on a medication that makes his appetite a little impossible to deal with.
And Jackson
Like, it's just gone. All right, guys, calm down. Olin, please calm down, baby. We're gonna get you some food. Olin, chocolate?
No, Dad.
That's the first time he's ever said no. All right, we're gonna stop here today, but I'll tell you guys another story later on. Thanks for watching. Love your faces. Bye.